Alright, gang, welcome, you've made it! Not only is it Treasure Tuesday here at Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium, but it's the second annual bacon-themed live stream. Yeah, gang, that's right, bacon, the meat, that's a tasty treat. Alright, gang, see who's here. Hey, there's Ambient Relic Hunter, hi, North Jersey Detector, hello! Oh, Ghost Talk with the Risers. I'm telling you, she follows me everywhere. Oh my goodness. Mike Wolf, what's for dinner? Guess what's for dinner, Mike? And hi. I tell you, welcome one and all. And I see T and C Diggers. Hi. And welcome. And well, see who else is here. Oh, there's Mike Melliman. Oh, hi, bye, Deej. And have a good meeting. And we'll catch you around on the tube. And hey, there's Amy Amster. How are you? And welcome one and all to the second annual bacon-themed live stream. And I tell you what, guess what the subject tonight matter will be. Hi, Miss P. How are you? Well, another bacon year. You know, okay. Anyway, that doesn't work. But anyway, gang. Hi. Welcome. And I tell you what, gang. Welcome one and all to, again, like I said, the second annual bacon live stream. That's right, gang. It's all about the bacon tonight. History segment about bacon. Treasure story, kind of mixed in with a history segment about, guess what? Well, something about bacon. Not actually about, that kind of bacon, but it's bacon related. And then, gang, that's right, even a bacon themed giveaway. Can you believe it? But anyway, gang, I tell you, who'd have thunk it? Well, I did. That's why we're here. But anyway, gang, I tell you, very, very special bacon themed giveaway. That's right, bacon. Not only good to eat, but important to one's hygiene. And let me tell you what, at Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium, why, we not only care about history, coins, metal detecting, but we also care about our viewers. That's right, and our viewers' hygiene. And even North Jersey Detector's hygiene, let me tell you. But anyway, gang, speaking of hygiene, or North Jersey Detector, why, remembering I have to call the septic tank guy, Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium toilet paper. That's right, that stuff. And don't get in the way of the bacon, man. But anyway, that stuff, that's right, Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium toilet paper. It goes wherever you go for when you know it. You have to go. Look for it at your local A&P grocery stores. Ask for it by name. Use it with a purpose. Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium toilet paper. Satisfaction guaranteed. And just how exactly would you not be satisfied with toilet paper? I mean, would it miss? Would that be a complaint? I don't know. Well, if you miss, that would be user error. That wouldn't be the error of the toilet paper. So where would, I don't know. But anyway, gang, catch up with chat bacon flavored soap. And I tell you, we'll talk about that more a little bit. Hey, there's Mike Badger. Hi, Mike B. How are you? And I tell you what, gang. And of course, typical of Reiser style, we've got some media clips for you tonight. And guess what they involve. But anyway, here we go. Well, anyway, tonight we got a bacon history segment, with actually includes a lot of our media bits. We kind of found this lurking about. And we're going to have a little show and tell with it. And then, gang, we have a history and treasure segment kind of rolled into one. And guess what? There's a guy by the name of Bacon, which we'll get into. Hey, there's AWR. Hi. And anyway, after that, KP. Is it Tuesday? Yes. And anyway, hi, KP. And anyway, then after that, we have news and upcoming. And then, gang, that's right, we'll have our bacon-themed giveaway. So anyway, let's get this a bacon. All right, that's the lousiest joke tonight, I promise. The bacon of bacon. Anyway. Well, anyway, gang. All right, well, tonight's history media segment now comes to us from Hormel. That's right, those fine folks who make Spam. And Hormel makes a whole array of different products, including, you know it, up there, bacon. And here, we're going to be taking a look inside, an exclusive vintage look inside the Hormel Foods plant and see how bacon is concocted or made. And but anyway, gang, I tell you what. Now, the premise, that's right, the premise of the video. Now, the Rudd family is taking a tour of the plant, you know, kids and all. And that's right, kids are being taken on a tour of a meat processing plant. And to ensure, basically, that the Rudd kids would be having nightmares for the next decade or so. But anyway, so let's join in with the Rudd family and take a look at the Hormel food processing plant. All right, ready or not? Here we go. Oh, there they are. Hi, kids. Anyway.
The Rudd boys watch as hog carcasses are broken down into primal cuts. After chilling, the carcass passes over a firmly anchored knife which separates the two sides. This is the first step in the disassembly of the pork side. This large saw wheel then cuts the shoulder from the side. So much automation enters the industrial picture today that it is not surprising to see the start of meat processing begin in this fashion. Let's watch the development of the ham, one of the first meat cuts to receive attention.
Well, anyway, gang, that there is basically the beginning of the processing of the pig for bacon. And now that we kind of look at it, now that kind of greatly explains the expressions on the kids' faces. They do seem to be, poor piggy. Oh, my goodness. But anyway, gang, so there are the Rudd kids. And, of course, they're watching to see how all of this is made. Now, one thing that I find greatly interesting about the media segments, okay, is basically the music that they have chosen to play in the background. And, well, anyway, here, have a listen to this. You're more listening to this one than you are watching, but whoever picked out this music, I don't know. Yeah, that's right, gang. We got some smooth jazz going on while we see, the pigs being, cut up for dinner. But anyway, I mean, yeah, it's like, all right, we got some Gene Krupa going on, and we're going to watch the butchering of pigs. Anyway, I don't know. Do we eat bacon to smooth the jazz? I mean, is that how? What music is more appropriate when eating bacon? You know, I don't know. But anyway, gang, let's get down to, that's right, you know it, the bacon. Here we go. Oh, there's the Rudd kids again. Hi, kids.
Back to the pork cut, the story of bacon. First, spare ribs are removed. Bacon comes from the side meat next to the ribs. In meat processing, we strive to make good use of everything. Side skins, for example, are sold for leather. The initial step is the removal of the skin from the bacon side. The The skins are dropped to the fleshing machine, which in turn takes off all excess fat. The bacon sides are mechanically trimmed as they move along the production line. Skilled craftsmen at this point trim bacon sides to proper size and shape. The meat trimmings are saved for other products. Once again, automation. Here we see a curing solution being injected by needles into the bacon sides. Nothing in bacon...
Wait a minute. Did he just say that they're injecting needles into the... That's it. They're injecting bacon with crack. That's why we want it so much. Holy, injecting the bacon with needles? Is there a support program for the bacon? I don't know. We could at least give them safe needles.
Bacon and Wawa coffee.
Bacon and coffee. Oh my! That's why they go together. They put crack in coffee too.
Being injected by needles into the bacon sides. Nothing in bacon processing is more eye-appealing or mouth-watering than a view of bacon as it emerges from the stainless steel smoke chambers. A beautiful sight, isn't it? After it comes out of the smokehouse, the bacon is chilled and then formed into just the right shape so that the slices come out nice and even, the way you see them in your store. A high-speed circular knife cleanly slices the bacon to uniform thickness, about 20 slices per second. After exact portions of bacon slices are hand-scaled, a special saran wrap machine vacuum seals the packages for longer keeping and better appearance. Hormel bacon stays fresh longer when saran wrapped. The attractive packages are now ready to appear in retail counters across the country for selection by discriminating consumers.
Well, gang, there you have it. That's right. You too, just as the Rudd kids, can have nightmares for years to come. And can you imagine all the therapy these kids needed after going through this plant? But anyway, gang, all right. Well, there you have it. A little tour of the Hormel plant, going about making bacon. And I tell you. But anyway, gang, I tell you, we'll try and catch up with Ken Peavy. He's a discriminating consumer. And Ambient says, best bacon is Danish bacon from the UK. And Ken wants to know, what if the kid fell into the production line? Bacon. And I tell you. But anyway, gang, there you have it. Our little tour of the Hormel plant. Making, yes, that's right, you know it, making bacon. But anyway, gang. Old MacDonald, oh boy. Okay, well, anyway. That he did, thank goodness for that. Alright, gang, news and upcoming. Now, we had a video come out this past Sunday evening, and if you haven't seen it, do give it a look at. And I did manage to find a couple of items while out metal detecting with, that's right, a new machine. And, oh, I can't find them. And, oh, here, they're in front of me. And, anyway, now I didn't quite reveal, I think I did put it in the video that basically the copper that came out was basically toast. It was just a flatty. It was just wiped clean of everything, being buried in the, well, close in proximity to salt water for all those years. But yeah, gang, we did manage to pull out a blowhole button. Now, I haven't really given this too much attention since I pulled it out, but both sides are there. Shank edge! Oh, we still got the shank attached. And we will be giving this a better cleaning at a later date. But I tell you what, we're still really testing out the machine, and this weekend I hope to be doing a water hunt with it. And we'll see we'll see how we like it. And stay tuned. I'll give you actually a better review, better than the first day out. Closer look. But anyway, gang, let me tell you what. The new machine, the Garrett AT Max, I'm always saying that it's better, or that it does magic, or it's voodoo, and all we're going to say is that, hey, you know what? The new machine found these items, and again, like I said, further testing will be done this weekend with kind of more of a mud hunt than a water hunt, but be on the lookout for it. Oh yeah, gang. And two, gang, Michael Kittle coins. Now, I don't know if he's in chat tonight. I haven't been watching too in depth, but Michael Kittle coins. Now, everyone has seen the community sponsored 1909 SVDB Lincoln Cent giveaway. Now, if you haven't seen it, trundle on over to Michael Kittle coins. And I tell you what, do give it a look. And I tell you what, gang, it's wonderful to see the folks in the community pull together and put out this kind of giveaway. And I tell you what, again, Michael Kittle coins. Hey, there's Blues. Hi, Blues. And Hoogie. Hi, Hoogie. That coin needs a lick. And here's the other blankness. And hey, there's Mrs. AWR, and welcome to the live stream. How's your hillbilly? Hi. And anyway, gang. Now, speaking of upcoming, Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium bathroom live stream. Yeah, gang, that's right. The bathroom live stream will be coming up on Tuesday, October the 8th. And we're running a little bit late with that one. Typically, I think it should be at the end of September, but there's a couple other things we want to squeeze in. But yeah, gang, that's right, October the 8th. That's a Tuesday night, as usual, and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, gang, we'll be streaming live from the bathroom, so do tune into the Pooh Show. That's right, gang. And again, we'll have a formatted show circling around the history of the toilet and well, shall we say, the process of it. But the process, I don't know about the process, maybe the utility factors of it. But anyway, gang, that's right. But anyway, next week, 9/17, that's next week, September the 17th, will be game night. That's right, game night with the Risers. So tune in for history or coin-related trivia with, that's right, don't get too excited, the nominal prizes. Great fun. Nominal prizes. That's right. It's always good to have something in the mailbox that's not a bill. Game night with the Risers next Tuesday. And gang, if you happen to have an event or giveaway or a new video coming out, do feel free to throw it down into the chat and give everyone a look at it. But anyway, try and catch up with chat a little bit. I don't know if I want to tune into the bathroom stream. Wait a minute, wasn't AWR there for the last one? And hey, Palm Z, how are you? And I got nothing on that copper. Oh, Ken, it is slick. And happy birthday, Friday! All right, that is my birthday. Hi? Early birthday. Which? Oh, that's it. We have to have birthday cake in the bathroom. Could we sing happy birthday from the hopper?
Sure.
I tell you. But anyway, gang, I tell you, pants are a requirement. Yes. Everybody would be fully dressed. And I tell you.
I think a girl says bring your own toilet paper.
Bring. What's that? BYOTP? BYOTP. Bring your own toilet paper. All right. And I tell you, actually, I've stayed in hotels where that was actually a necessity. Yeah. But anyway, gang, live from the tub. Oh boy. But anyway, gang, all right, onwards. Tonight, giveaway items for the end of the live stream. We've got a pack. That's right, a pack of Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium toilet paper. And we've been looking, oh, not that one. We've been looking at it underneath the coin cam. That's right. You've got a bacon coin, or at least the closest thing that I could think of a bacon coin. And what you're looking at is an Irish pound halfpenny. And bacon, oh yeah, pig. And anyway, gang, here I'll give you a look at the other side of it. The other side's kind of dull. It's a harp. But the other side, bacon, yeah. And that will be part of the package for this evening's giveaway. And then, gang, that's right, part of the other part, kind of like the third half of the show, why, we have that's right, gang, bacon soap. We've got some bacon soap. That's right, gang. Now, capture the future spouse by luring them with the scent of bacon. Oh, I think it'll work. Not only refreshes and keeps you clean, but attracts that right kind of person. That's right, gang, bacon soap. And whoever the winner is, you must do a live stream and mail call using it. Well, okay, only kidding. Sincerely, only kidding. Please don't do that kind of a mail call. But anyway, that would... All right. Lord, please don't let North Jersey Detector win. That would probably actually happen. But anyway. Babe Magnet. That's right. How do you think I got saved? Yeah, I tell you. Anyway, gang, let's catch up with chat again. Holy cow. Babe Magnet or dogs. Oh, okay. And keep your bacon. It's cleanest. And that's the thing, right? It comes in a handy dandy little tin, right? So you could actually, after you use the soap, you could probably put like spare bacon inside. There you go. See, I tell you, it's utilitarian. And we'll get plenty of use out of it. And TT had my phone, and she said, hey, he has a stuffed poop. Hi, TT. Yes, we have a stuffed poop. And she mentioned if you had kids and they cuddled with it. That'd be kind of an odd thing. You know, you have your kid cuddling poo. I don't know. Okay, real poo or just a stuffed poo? They tried to send me off to coin rehab, but I said no. Oh my goodness. Hoogie just changed the lyrics to an Amy Winehouse song. I think so. And anyway, is anybody impressed I knew who Amy Winehouse was? But anyway, gang. All right, well, back. Oh, I just lost my chat. No! Anyway, all right, I'm in the dark, babe. My phone just died.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Do you need a charger?
Well, I have my charger. Okay, well, I'm flying blind with the chat, so it's going to be all you for like the next. All right, it's coming back on, but it's going to take a while to boot, and I'll have to get back over there. But anyway, gang, all right, well, time for tonight's bacon-themed history segment / treasure story rolled into one. And for tonight's segment, we don't even leave New Jersey. That's right. And we will be discussing Revolutionary War era loyalist John Bacon. That's right, John Bacon. He was a loyalist from New Jersey. He was loyal to Britain during the Revolutionary War. And again, his name is John Bacon, or Bloody John Bacon, or Bloody John. Had a couple of different aliases. And not only will this story have history, but even some thoughts and folklore about treasure. And we'll get some of this popped up here on your screen to have you look at real quick before we get too started. Miss Linda Wallace is still here. I thought about her while I was out metal detecting. See if this pops up. I actually had a little grasshopper hop up, and then I thought, Miss Linda, how do you know if one of these are farting? Because every now and again in chat she'll put cricket farts, and that's what for whatever reason, when this little guy hopped up onto my machine, I thought, how does one know that these are farting? And anyway, so real quick, we had the kids down to the boardwalk, and if I owned an arcade with technology today, I would not own one of these machines. Yes, that's right, gang. The photo mat machines. You know, the little instant. Doesn't everybody have a cell phone camera now? But anyway, gang. So yeah, there's Allie and myself and yeah, gang. But yeah, do these machines make money anymore? I mean, who would? You've got cameras wherever you go now. I don't know. Okay, back to our history segment and story, and yes, let's get back to bacon. Well, anyway, gang, we're gonna throw some pictures up onto the screen. Let's see, we got that one. Hey, how about that? That worked. And we got that one, and we got that one, and we've got that one. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that middle one. All right, if you can't tell, that building in the center of your screen is that building to the top right, and otherwise known as Cedar Bridge Tavern. And all right, we're going to get rid of the old one there just so you can have a look at the rest of it. But anyway, gang, all right, now tonight's story, the base of this discussion comes from an article published by Ben Russett back in 2011, but the information is still very, very indeed much relevant. The article is entitled The Refugee, John Bacon. Refugee, basically one that runs or flees. And let me tell you what, gang, John Bacon was more of a highwayman or a robber, and he was indeed always on the run. And he definitely did do a lot of that. And another part two, John Bacon. Now, not much is known about John Bacon except prior to 1775. Basically, he doesn't appear in any kind of records prior to 1775. And in some court records where he was basically taken to court because he owed basically a lot of debt, why he was listed as a shingler in Monmouth County. Shingler, that's right, he made, you know it, shingles, like cedar shingles or cedar shakes. But anyway, gang, here we go. You know, really, the appropriate title for this article would be The Loyalist John Bacon. But anyway, here we go. Captain John Bacon is one of the most notorious of the legendary pine robber outlaws who preyed on rebel and Tory alike in the desolate lands of the colonial era New Jersey pine barrens. Bacon, like many other famed Tory leaders in the province of New Jersey, likely held a commission and gained his quote-unquote captain title from the Board of Associated Loyalists, a group formed in New York under a charter from William Franklin. That's right, William Franklin, son of Benjamin Franklin, and the last royal governor of New Jersey. Now, it's kind of weird. Yes, and that's right. If you're thinking it, Ben and William had a very much strained relationship. The British government, knowing that an organized force of loyalists would free up their armies to conduct military operations against the Continentals, approved of the board and offered a reward of 200 acres of land to anybody willing to fight for the British for the duration of the war. Raids were to be conducted solely against military targets. And Bacon, by the way, that's right, John Bacon chiefly confined his piccarooning to well-known members of the Monmouth militia. Piccarooning, otherwise piccarooning basically means act like a pirate. And that he did. Unlike many other pine robbers who simply used the war as an excuse to plunder indiscriminately, basically the exploits of Bacon and other refugees, Tories, operating under the auspices of the board, proved far more violent and sinister than those sanctioned by the crown. Prior to the war, Bacon worked as a laborer on the Crane family farm in Manahawkin. Members of the Crane family would later join the Monmouth militia. It is likely that Bacon's Tory sympathies caused a rift between himself and his Whig employers, and he either was fired or quit to join the Board of Associated Loyalists. At some point, he settled his wife and 2 sons in Pemberton, but spent most of his time hiding and raiding in the area between Cedar Creek and Tuckerton. One of the first actions attributable to Bacon is a raiding expedition near Forked River. Now, I know what, gang. By the way, this is an old New Jersey thing. Even though it's spelled Forked, F-O-R-K-E-D, for whatever reason, New Jersey says Forked. But anyway, gang, spent most of his time between Cedar Creek and Tuckerton. But anyway, one of his first expeditions was near Forked River. Bacon plundered the house and mill of John Holmes. Wait a minute. John Holmes? Isn't that an old-time porn star? Not that I hate to mention that on the show, but is that?
I think so.
Oh my goodness, the things you think of. But anyway, Bacon plundered the house and mill of John Holmes, who was known to be somewhat wealthy. I'm not going to be able to read this rest of this darn thing now. Hopefully Holmes is not mentioned again in this thing. Anyway, okay, Bacon. John Holmes. Okay, Bacon and his men camped in the woods near the mill under the cover of darkness and waited for daylight. They came forward, put a bayonet to Holmes's body, and demanded money. Like many others in the Pine Country, he buried his valuables outside rather than leave them in the house. But fortunately, his wife had some money on her person. Satisfied with that, the refugees then ransacked the house for whatever supplies they could find and retreated back into the woods. And yeah, gang, that's right. We're going to go over that again in case you missed it. Those folks had buried their valuables outside in fear of having a raid. And let you metal detectors, let that sink in. Anyway, immediately after the Holmeses' raid, now that sounds completely dirty now. Immediately after Holmes's raid, Bacon dispatched a detachment of the bandits to Good Luck, otherwise now known as Bayville, to plunder the house of John and William Price. The bandits knew these 2 brothers well, not only as militiamen, but as people who helped care for those who had suffered at the hands of the enemy. Lieutenant, later Major, John Price once took in the daughter of Captain Ephraim Jenkins, whose house in Tom's River endured the torch. John Price managed to escape the house just as Bacon's men appeared, saving only his lieutenant's commission. The bandits' booty, we're just going all over the place now. The bandits' booty included Price's musket and drum. The refugees used them for their amusement as they made their way back to their group. Hearing the faint drum beat, Bacon assumed a party of Americans was after him, and he sent the remainder of his men up on the high ground around the mill and ordered them to fire as soon as the men making the noise emerged from the woods. Now, fortunately for those rapscallions, why, their brethren rapscallions had sharp eyes and did not shoot when they saw who was making all the noise, and probably got reamed out for making all that noise. The Prices were not the only patriots with which Bacon had a problem. He ruthlessly robbed and attacked Joseph Soper and his son Reuben, both members of Captain Reuben Randolph's militia, who lived at a place called Soper's Landing near Waretown. Bacon's men visited so frequently that the Sopers often slept in the swamps nearby out of fear for their lives. Joseph Soper was a shipbuilder, and it said that one of his employees, an Englishman named William Wilson, acted as a spy for Bacon. One day, Wilson witnessed Soper being paid for a vessel and raced to inform Bacon. Soper, suspicious that Wilson might betray him, split the money into 2 parcels, one large and one small, and buried them Did what? He buried them, one more time, buried them in separate places by his house. His suspicions were confirmed when Bacon and his men raided the house later that same day, aided by a man with a black handkerchief covering his face. Most authorities accept that this mysterious man was indeed Wilson, although no legal proof existed that could attach him to the crime. During the raid, Joseph Soper took refuge in the swamps, and only women and children occupied his house. The refugees threatened and frightened the women to such a state that they led Bacon to the smaller of the two parcels. The recovered money apparently satisfied Bacon, and he simply cleaned out the house of all of its contents as he did numerous times before and departed with the loot. Produce was fetching exorbitant prices in British-held New York in December of 1780, and three men, Thomas Collins, Richard Barber, and Asa Woodmansey, loaded a whaling ship with produce obtained from the farms around Barnegat Bay and sailed for New York City by way of the old Cranberry Inlet, once located near the mouth of Tom's River. The men made the journey to New York safely, sold their goods, and just as they prepared to return home, John Bacon appeared and compelled the men to allow him to join them on their trip back to Barnegat. The boat made it safely into the inlet, and they anchored outside it for fear of venturing inside the bay during the daylight. Basically scared of either privateers or anybody else, or the British or etc. And not knowing here they had a highwayman right on their boat. But anyway, they made the boat made it back safely to the inlet, and they anchored outside for the fear of venturing into the other. In the meantime, the local citizens caught wind of the voyage and sought the Tom's River militia to seize the vessel and put a stop to the illicit trade with the British, because basically it was a big no-no to trade with the British during the occupation. You're basically doing business with the enemy. As night fell, the men raised anchor, and no sooner had the vessel cleared the inlet than they came upon a boat commanded by Lieutenant Joshua Studson, who stood and demanded their immediate surrender. The three men, unarmed, prepared to surrender, but Bacon, knowing he would face the gallows for his crimes thus far, steadfastly refused. Having his musket ready, Bacon quickly took aim and fired. Studson fell dead, and the militia was thrown into such a confusion that Bacon and the other men made their escape. The unfortunate crew, who only sought to make a bit of money selling produce, knew they could not stay at home and fled to the British Army, where they were basically forced into service. Their time with the British was short-lived, however, as they soon fell sick with the smallpox and suffered everything except death, as Collins would state afterwards. They later took advantage of amnesty, which General George Washington offered to the British deserters, and returned home. A year later, Bacon and his men claimed another victim. On December the 30th, 1781, a group of militia under the command of Captain Reuben F. Randolph assembled at his inn in Manahawkin to search for Bacon, who had been reported to be in the area. The night grew long, and around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, the men in the militia decided to rest and posted sentries to watch for the bandits should they pass nearby. Shortly before sunrise, the refugees passed by on their way to West Creek. The sentries sounded the alarm, and the sleeping militia woke to find they were outnumbered. As they prepared to retreat, the bandits opened fire and killed one of the patriots named Lyons Pangborn and wounded Sylvester Tilton. Now remember that name for later in the article, it'll become important. Sylvester Tilton. Bacon did not give chase, however, and continued on his way to West Creek. The shot that hit Tilton went clean through below one of his shoulders, and the attending physician passed a silk handkerchief through the wound in search of the musket ball. He recovered his strength and vowed revenge against a man named Brewer. Basically, Brewer was one of Bacon's men. After the war, Tilton discovered that Brewer resided in some remote cabin and set out to avenge himself. Along the way, he met a Quaker, who were basically peaceable people, met a Quaker named James Willett, who begged in vain for Tilton to abandon his trip. Failing at that, Willett asked to accompany Tilton in hope he might be able to defuse the situation should the two meet. Tilton, determined to find Brewer, warned the Quaker that, hey, should you interfere, you'll get flogged as well. Tilton arrived at the cabin and burst through the door, surprising Brewer, who didn't have the chance to reach for his musket. Dragging Brewer to the door, Tilton gave the fellow an unmerciful beating and told him, "You scoundrel, you tried to kill me once, and now I have to settle you for it, and I want you to leave here and follow the rest of your gang." And he was a man of many words. I would figure after the beating why, But anyway, by then, most of the refugees had settled in Nova Scotia, and there's actually a quite interesting story associated with that. So let's get on with Bacon. Now, Bacon's most notorious act is known as the Massacre on Long Island. Now, on October the 25th, 1782, the privateer galley Alligator, that's the name of the boat, the galley Alligator, discovered a cutter from Ostend, Holland, bound for St. Thomas, abandoned on the north end of Long Island Beach. It is not known exactly who commanded the Alligator. Now, a contemporary Tory newspaper puts Lieutenant Andrew Steelman of Cape May, New Jersey, as captain, while others claim that David Scull, Scull, was master. Captain Joseph Covenhoven was also on board. The wrecked cutter had a costly load of Hyson tea, that's right, Hyson tea, and other valuable articles worth approximately 20,000 pounds. A great deal of money for back then. Steelman went ashore to round up some locals to help transfer the cargo to the Alligator, the boat named the Alligator. The locals rounded up included William Wilson, that guy, that's right, the informant to Bacon, who upon seeing the beached vessel and the crew of privateers unloading her, ran to Bacon and told him about the situation. Bacon and 9 of his men arrived later that night after the exhausted and probably and more than likely drunk privateers had fallen asleep on the beach. Under the cover of darkness and moving silently across the sand, the refugees snuck up to the sleeping crew, drew their knives, and murdered most of the crew. Those who awoke to the noise were at a disadvantage, because they were more than likely drunk, and secured their rescue only when Scull, aboard the Alligator, led reinforcements ashore. Scull's men managed to scare off the refugees, who withdrew back into the night. Scull, for his part, suffered a wound in the thigh. Steelman was dead, and according to a British report of the incident, Bacon and the refugees killed or wounded all of the party except for 4 or 5. Reuben Soper, who had deftly eluded Bacon by sleeping in the swamp with his father, was one of the men killed that day. So what good did sleeping in the swamp do you? From this point, Bacon was a marked man. That's right, Bacon was a marked man. In late December of 1782, a party of men under the command of Captain Edward Thomas of the Mansfield Militia and Captain Richard Shreve of the Burlington County Light Horse were in hot pursuit of Bacon near Cedar Creek. Knowing that they were being pursued, Bacon decided to build a barricade across the side of Cedar Bridge, opposite the tavern, which you're kind of looking at on your screen there. And basically the barrier constructed, and basically he was going to wait for the Continentals. The militia arrived and they opened fire and charged the refugees. Bacon, knowing that he could not expect anything except for the executioner, should he be captured, urged his men into a stiff resistance that lasted for a considerable time. Finally, the militia seemed to be getting the better of Bacon's men when suddenly shots rang out from a different location. Locals, for some reason sympathetic to Bacon's cause, began firing on the militia. The confusion allowed Bacon and his men to retreat, and the militia could do nothing more than arrest those that had fired upon them and transport them to the Burlington County Jail. When the smoke cleared, Thomas and Shreve discovered the militia had suffered 2 casualties, William Cook dead and Robert Reckless. That's right, that's his name, Robert Reckless. Do we have a bunch of porn stars in this article? Basically, Robert Reckless was injured. Ichabod Johnson, a refugee who carried a bounty of 25 pounds on his head, was slain. Bacon and 3 other of his men suffered injury but escaped. A detachment of Shreve's troops, consisting of John Stewart, John Brown, Cornet Joel Cook, John Brown, Thomas Smith, John Jones, and one other unknown man, pursued Bacon. Who doesn't pursue Bacon? Pursued Bacon and finally caught up with him on the evening of April the 3rd, 1783, at the public house of William Rose, located between West Creek and Tuckerton. Approaching the house, Stewart peered through the window and there spied Bacon sitting with his gun between his knees. Stewart withdrew and gathered his companions, who then all returned to the house. Stewart burst through the door, surprising Bacon. When is Bacon not surprised? But anyway, surprising Bacon, who reached for his gun. Stewart lunged for Bacon before he could fire and wrestled him to the ground. Bacon then cried out for quarter, which Stewart granted. Both men arose from the floor, and Stewart called out to Cook. Cook, upset to finally face his brother's murderer, gave Bacon a bayonet thrust that somehow went unnoticed to Stewart and the other men. Wink, wink. How do you not? I don't know. Bacon appeared faint and fell, but shortly revived and attempted to escape. Stewart pushed a table against the door that Bacon then knocked aside and then struck Stewart to the floor. Bacon then again attempted to open the door and escape when Stewart, who had regained to his feet, shot him. The ball passed through Bacon through a piece of the building and bounced harmlessly off the chest of Cook, who stood guard outside, the other Cook. And if you can imagine that, so you got a 57 caliber bullet, and basically it went through John Bacon, went through a piece of the building, and then hit the guy standing outside. That had to have been like a weird thing. Imagine going home that night and telling, I got shot today, but it just kind of bounced off of me. I'm good, though. But anyway, the militia carried Bacon's body to Jacobstown, where the Americans began burying his body in the middle of the road in the presence of many locals who had turned out to see the spectacle. Before they had a chance to lower the body, Bacon's brother, if you didn't know it, Bacon had a brother, Bacon's brother arrived and pleaded with the militia to allow him to claim the body for a private burial. It is said that Bacon, his grave marker is now long gone, is buried in the cemetery at Arneytown. That's right, Arneytown, New Jersey. Now, through this segment, we heard a whole lot about valuables being buried and etc. And we heard a lot about the Cedar Creek Bridge that's going on here. But yeah, gang, that's right, we have more folklore. Basically, there is a bit of folklore that John Bacon also buried treasure somewhere near the Barnegat Lighthouse, which you're seeing there on the left of your screen. And there's also further rumors that John Bacon also buried treasure somewhere near Cedar Creek Bridge. But anyway, gang, there's some stuff for you to research. Mischievous Bacon, that's right, gang. Bacon acting as a pirate. And who knows? I tell you what, like I said, potential treasure. That's right, treasure to be found, buried by Bacon. If Bacon wasn't treasure by itself. And we'll go ahead and try and catch up with chat. His father's name was Pork Chop. What are you guys doing? And Next story, zombie bacon. Yes. And, oh my goodness. Ah, that's not a gun. It's a bat. Uh, this is this is my favorite story ever. You had me at bacon. Oh yeah, John Bacon. I tell you what, I would love to do more research on this and see if we could actually establish some of his hideouts. And but anyway, holy cow, Jersey History Hunters. Hello, York. Hi. Oh my goodness. And hey, Jersey History Hunter. This stuff is right in your backyard. And hey, there's Tin Cup Tim, Tin Cup Tim, Tin Cup Tim. And well, the refugees should have brought their own Reiser's toilet paper. Yes, they should have. And Charlie on about bacon while I'm having my lunch at work. Apple, yogurt, and a cereal bar. That's lunch, York. Holy cow! Oh, what to send York a care package. And
Yeah, it sounds like he needs it.
yes, Oscar Mayer. Who has an Oscar Mayer tattoo? And hi, Miss Linda. If I didn't say already, hey, there's Ron. Hi, Ron. And anyway, how many times has Charlie said bacon? That should be a giveaway.
Or just that I'm drunk.
Bacon.
He said we need to drink every time Charlie says bacon.
Oh, I tell you. You know what? Maybe that will be a giveaway. What? Rewatch this video and how many times did Reiser say bacon and win who knows what? And well, I tell you. Anyway, hey Liz, how are you? Oh my goodness. Hey Vern. Anyway, gang. All right. Well, we're going to get these pictures off of here. And again, you've got Barnegat Lighthouse. You've got Cedar Creek Bridge Tavern. And by the way, I don't think I have this in my notes, but I do believe that this is actually the they call it the battle. I'm not quite sure exactly how many people were fighting. I know it's not that many. But they do consider this to be the last documented skirmish of the Revolutionary War. So a great piece of history there. Not to mention all the possible outlets and possibilities for treasure hunting. But anyway, gang, we'll get this stuff off of the screen and, oh, you probably forgot what I look like by now. Anyway, gang, all right, well, it wouldn't be a bad thing. Reiser, look at, wait a minute. I got to send the toupee out for a cut. It's getting rather long. But anyway, gang, time for tonight's bacon-themed giveaway. That's right, gang. Now, again, for those who are tuning in we have a packet, as we do always, of Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium toilet paper. That's right, gang. It goes wherever you go for when you have to. You know it. Go. And then, gang, we have what you see underneath the coin cam. We got a bacon coin. That's right. Okay, it's not really a bacon coin. It's an Irish pound halfpenny. But it's got a pig on it. Bacon. Okay. And then, gang, that's right. We have bacon soap. That's right. You know, how alluring will you be after using bacon soap? So anyway, gang, that there is the giveaway for this evening. And we are going to go over and wake up Rosie and put her to work. Has Rosie been working, by the way? I don't even know. Hello? Has Rosie been working?
I actually haven't put any hands up.
Okay, well, it seems like she's working. It seems like she's taking notice of the folks there. All right, gang. Well, we've got Rosie awake. And I tell you what, gang, we'll make her earn her keep. That's right. Lookers, you must have something. That's right. Something into the chat. And so basically, so Rosie knows that you are present and accounted for. So anyway, gang, be sure to have something into the chat so that Rosie knows you are there. Little scoundrel that Rosie is. You know, I bet you Rosie was a highwayman back in the day. And TC says, I couldn't use bacon soap here. The hogs would attack me. Hey, Iffy! And Wake up, Rosie, and make me some bacon. Oh, I tell you, if only she would. Bacon, bacon, bacon. And I tell you what. What do you get if you play tug of war with bacon, pulled pork? And hey, there's Kay Watt. Hey, Kay, how are you? And I tell you. Anyway, gang, all right, well, here we go. We're going to count down from 5 and give away tonight's giveaway. If that wasn't redundant, I don't know what it was. But anyway, gang, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bang. Hey, congrats, TNC Diggers. You just won tonight's giveaway. Oh, you poor man, the pigs are going to attack you. But anyway, gang, I tell you, congrats to TNC Diggers. You won it. That's right. And do be so kind. Send me your address, and my lovely assistant will throw the email up there, and we'll get that out to you. Congrats again, TNC. Now try and make our way back. And hey, we're back. All right. Well, anyway, see that? I tell you what. TNC, that was great. You know, that magnet behind Rosie's ear, I tell you, it works every time. But anyway, gang, next week, don't forget, next week is game night with the Reisers. Do be sure and tune in for your chance at nominal prizes. Oh, well, whatever. Like I say, it's better than getting a bill in your box. Look, a bacon hat. But anyway, don't forget, next week, game night with the Reisers. And join in with the fun and the shenanigans. And then, gang, don't forget, you know, I tell you, Thursday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, you got Off the Cuff with Digging Canuck. And then Friday, 7 p.m., why you got Hoosier Hillbilly, hopefully doing a live stream this week. We'll hold them to it. We'll say, get back on there, Hoosier. But anyway. And then, gang, Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you got Coffee with Liz. Always a good time. Who knows? Maybe we'll call in from the marsh if I have a signal, because I do plan on getting out early. I have to double check the tide. But if I'm out and about, I'll do call into Liz's show this weekend. And then, gang, Sunday night, Sunday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Ken TV's The Big Show. That's right, gang, the biggest weekly giveaway show on the planet. Well, at least YouTube, anyway. Do check it out. Whole lot of fun and your chance for coinage. But anyway, gang, until next week, I tell you what, gang, get out there and find your treasure. Have a great night, and we'll see everyone around on the tube. All right, gang, have a great night, and till next week. Hey, you know what? Study your trivia, because I tell you, next week, we're going to be into it. All right, gang. Have a great night. We'll see you around.